Okay, Rainbow tells family what it is.
Hello, Rainbow Tells. Hey.
Shows TNT. Okay, we sorry for doing this every time we get on the air. Okay, anyway, whatever.
We are not on air. She want to be on the radio, y'all. Lord help her.
Anyway, we doing the topic tonight. Somebody finally gave us some fresh topics. Want to thank you. Please, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tonight's topic is,
why
do lesbians
hate men?
Ding, 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 ding. Well, I think I should start this off because I am a man hater. No, I'm kidding. No, for real, I'm not a man hater, but I think why some lesbians hate men is because half of them might envy them a little bit.
Envy men?
Yeah.
You think you speaking from the stud point of view, right?
We had a big ass drink from Razoo's.
Oh my God, yeah, it was like this big around.
It's a fishbowl. Don't ever get the fishbowl from Razoo's. But anyway, from a stud's perspective, I think studs are either intimidated by men or they literally hate men. Maybe some traumatic event has happened to them where they, got abused by a man or raped, and that explains a lot as to why the hatred comes from, because that doesn't go away overnight. If something like that has ever happened to you, it's very traumatic. I've never had that happen to me as for say, but I can identify with people who that has happened to. And it's a very traumatic experience. It can also make you look at men as the enemy a lot of times. And it can make you, it can make you go lesbian. For the simple fact that you don't want to deal with men.
Yeah.
And so I'll say that's my take on it as far as why lesbians hate men. But I don't really think it's hatred. It's either...
Maybe it's a fear.
It's either a fear.
I think a lot of lesbian women fear men.
It's really either a fear or it's a intimidation or it's a jealousy because like, damn, I want to be you. Because I know with me, I don't hate men. I'm not a man hater. But sometimes I kind of envy them only because I really do think that I could do a better job. Because although there are some good men out there, there's a lot of not so good men out there. And I feel like I could, I just feel like I can do it better. Hell, I'm going to be honest. That's just my view and my take on it, personally. But what do you feel on it?
For one, I think for studs, they are intimidated by men. A lot of them have, I don't know, maybe they have a fear of them because of something that maybe have happened to them in the past, or maybe a bad experience with a man. So I think sometimes they have this fear of them, and I think that they kind of shy away from men per se. I don't hate men. I just don't fool with them because I feel like they disrespectful. I feel like they take lesbians as a joke. Right. And it's always this ongoing thing. Oh, you a lesbian? Well, I can change you, or I can fix that, or that's no problem, or all you need is some D.
First, number one misconception. Lesbianism is not a result of not having no dick. Like, for real.
And dick does not cure lesbianism.
It don't.
It doesn't. It don't.
Because I have one, so it's like...
I'm so sick of men. Oh, well, little mama, you just ain't had the right man, and you just da-da-da-da-da. I hate that, because that's disrespectful to me. If I tell you I'm a lesbian, that means that you need to stop talking to me. That's my theory about it.
That's another subject. That's another subject as to why men do that, though. We're going to get into that because there's a reason why they do that. But I also feel like most studs or most lesbians feel threatened by men because, they take that attitude with them. It's kind of like, well, I can change you, or you just ain't had it. And sometimes men can be a little aggressive. And me personally, I don't trust too many men. Except for the men that I have in my life and my family who I grew up with. That's a totally different thing. Yeah. But for like a man, I just can't, because they start off being your homeboys. Right. Next thing you know, they trying to take advantage of you, and they trying to get with you on the low, and it's like. So I hope that answers your questions as far as why.
I think that's why lesbians hate men.
It's not a hatred. It's either fear.
Some lesbians hate men though. Well, they really do.
And like I said, that's due to a lot of past experience being disrespected by men and things like that. So, to answer your other topic, we kind of want to do 2 in 1. The other one you were saying, is being gay a choice? Hell no.
Not at all.
It ain't no choice.
I didn't choose to. I didn't wake up and say, hey, I'm gonna like girls now. I think for some people it's a choice.
I'll put it to you like this. I didn't choose this. It chose me.
I think I've seen women say, well, I think I'm gonna go gay because, you know, these niggas ain't acting right, and you know,
the saddest thing ever.
I hate to hear that.
Yeah.
I hate to hear that with a passion because it downplays true lesbians. It undermines who we are as people for you to just come out and say, oh, well, I choose it. Because then you have straight people who look at that and they think that it's a choice for everyone. But if it was a choice, you wouldn't have little children 1, 2 years old identifying with another gender. Because they didn't choose that and they don't even know anything about sexuality. But at that age, you can identify they have either masculine or feminine qualities, whether it's a little girl or a little boy. You can tell from early on. So how is that a choice? How is it a choice?
It's not a choice. For me, it was not a choice. I loved who I loved. I wanted who I wanted. And there was no mistake about it. There was no nothing confusing about it. I knew.
I knew from early on.
And it was nothing nobody told me
No.
either. So, being gay is not a choice.
That's our opinion of it.
You are who you are. It's not.
I feel like you're born that way only because it shows its head before you even have a sexuality.
Right. And you know how a lot of people say, and I've had this happen to me. A lot of people who I've come out to later are not surprised. They always tell me, I knew. Little. My parents, my mom knew. You know, my mom knew. I can't say my dad too much. I really didn't grow up around him. A lot of my family members knew. So it was like when I came out, they was just kind of like, really? Like, okay, that's great that you're telling us, but we've been new.
Right. And
so that's how you know that lesbianism and gayness is not. It's not. You can see it early on from a child.
I liked the first girl I ever just really liked. I was probably about 6 or 7, and I knew that I liked her in a different way than what was supposed to be. I knew that, I knew the difference. And it wasn't every girl; it was just specific.
But you couldn't help it, could you?
And it was nothing I could do about it.
See, and that's how you know.
And I was real shy as a child because of that, because I felt like I'm different, and I can't tell nobody that I like girls. I feel like that's not right. That I like girls like this.
It's okay that you like girls.
It's okay now because I mean, hey, it's whatever. But at the same time, that's not a choice for a child to make. I grew up with a mom and a daddy, had never seen a gay person a day in my life, but I knew I liked little girls.
And I grew up around gay people. Can't fix my hat. Okay, here we go. So I grew up around gay people. So how do you figure that? She didn't grow up around gay people. I did. You know, I have a personal story, which I'll one day share about that. But I grew up around gay people all my life. I'm a child from 5 years old and up.
Yeah, and I didn't wake up one day at 20 and say, hey, I'm gay. I've been gay since I was a little bitty girl. Been gay all my life. I don't know anything different. I just dated dudes because who in the hell am I finna tell I like girls and I'm 8?
Right.
That's not something. Who does that? And then you got your friends. Like my friends made fun of me. Like, why didn't I ever have a boyfriend?
That's something you would share with the
world. I didn't want a boyfriend, so they called me square and oh, you slow and you need to do this and get you a boyfriend, and I didn't want one. So, where's the choice in that?
Wrapping it up, people. Like I said, this is for one of our subscribers who
we really appreciate you giving us the topic.
We do, because we appreciate that. So. People, keep them coming. You think about something funny, whether it's dumb, whatever, give it to us. You know what I'm saying?
About it.
We will do it. We getting back into this thing. D&T,
Cornbread.
Rainbow Tales. We out. Peace. That was a long show.
Yeah.